What up, man? It's Uknowcell.com. Appreciate you checking in. We right back at it again. As you can see, we got no stranger to the platform. The homie Baby Mark back in this thing.
What's the deal, my guy?
You already know, bro. First and foremost, man, how everything been going with you, man? You know, last time I talked to you, Dave Hill was sitting on the other side of me.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of stuff going on since then. So how you been, bro?
I feel like I've been better than ever, you know what I'm saying? I just been focused on staying in the moment. You feel me? Trying not to overthink shit. I don't know. I just feel like I reached a point of clarity in my life where I just be vibing every day. I be happy and shit. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. And just like speaking of vibes, man, I want to just touch base with you because we've already established like you got your own train of thought where you talk about just like the social media, the Twitter, just your ideas and how you put them on them platforms. You know what I mean? So I just want to run some headline type stuff by you and just some things that have been going on in the city. And first and foremost, let's just talk about the music scene in the city, man. How you feeling about it right now?
I feel like the music scene in Detroit is two ways I could put this. I almost feel like it's non-existent because it's so big. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no clear cut, like, oh yeah, he's the next guy that's about to go. Because I feel like everybody is just so big. Like niggas is like in it. Niggas are in the A. Like I'm watching videos and they're in rooms with, you feel me?
Yeah,
Future,
sure.
Gazi, all the people that we really want to be fucking with. So I feel like Detroit is so big. The music scene ain't local no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's as far as what people cared about before, like the Babyface Rays, VSOP, all that shit. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We listened to them in 2010.
Yeah, for sure.
That's when they was local. Now these niggas is, this nigga got a song with Pusha T, Babyface Ray dude, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's big.
That's major.
That's definitely major, man. You named a couple artists. Let's talk about like what you've been listening to as of lately. We had a lot of recent, you know, drops from, like you said, Babyface Ray, the GTs of the world, the Vezos, even just like Corey. You know what I mean? People coming from and representing Detroit in other ways outside of just the streets. So what you been listening to lately, man?
Lately, I'll say I listen to a lot. Just like when I'm listening to music, I listen to Babyface Ray a lot. Yeah. I listen to Sincerely Face, like that song specifically.
Yeah.
A lot. I played that bitch like 10 times in a row. Like in the shower, I just listen to that bitch like that.
That's what's up.
I fuck with Ray, and then I mean, of course, locally, I mean, I listen to a lot of people I be around and people that I respect musically. So I do listen to a lot of Dave. I listen to a lot of Jacory.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of Jobs, like, and Eli. I mean, shit. I mean, everybody. I feel like sometimes it'd be hard to like just think of the names, and when somebody asks you what you listen to, it just be so hard to come off top. But like, and then honestly, to a certain degree, I don't even listen to music, like, not too frequently. Like, I really be working on my own shit. And then sometimes I listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts, YouTube videos. Like, I be trying to take my mind off of music sometimes.
Man, I'm so on that podcast wave. Like, I be in the car just listening to podcasts, even if it's visual, you know what I mean? Whether it's like $1 million worth of game, big facts, or whatever. I'm heavy on the podcast stuff, so I feel you there, because I be trying not to. I listen to a lot of rap, R&B, but I be trying to listen to podcasts and shit lately. And I've been listening to a lot of them. Like I watched the Hollywood Unlocked with the Kanye shit. How you feeling about just like Kanye West and where he at right now? This should be crazy, man, just to see people
I mean,
from the start and then where they at now.
I feel like Kanye, he's just aging. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like even if they didn't publicize it around the time black men turned 40, they start realizing shit. You feel me? Like that they wish they did differently or whatever the hell. Like, and just so many things in their mind, they just start going crazy. Or not going crazy, but you know.
Yeah.
I just feel like Kanye is an old nigga now. Like.
Yeah, because he's always spoke his mind, but like now it's just like, bro, I understand about the kids thing, but it's just like, bro, now you acting out.
I don't feel like he's too far off from what he already was.
Right.
He just got kids now, so it's like his concerns are different.
Yeah.
I'll have a divorce. He's 40. What, he like 43, 44, 45?
Yeah, somewhere up in there for sure.
50% of Americans get a divorce.
Yeah.
These are facts. So he's really a normal dude with the Instagram.
Yeah,
He's just a billionaire. He's our favorite artist. He made late registration, and that's why we care.
Yeah.
But if it was a regular old nigga, we would just be looking like this is some shit I see every day on Facebook. These are just Facebook posts.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you on that. A lot of this shit is like that though when you talk about celebrities and stuff. But you said a couple things as far as like his concerns, things being different. Talk to me about what you're doing right now. I got a chance to preview a couple songs of project that you're working on, album that you're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about how you leaning into this project and what things are you taking, and building on, and what things new that you add.
So this project is completely different from anything I ever did before.
Okay.
So, like, even from the process of how I even got the production, how I'm rolling it out, the time that I'm taking with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, this is Baby Mark and just 14 Family and like the most patient that they ever been, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't rush a single thing. Like, I probably finished recording the album August, maybe even July.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's been done, but like, I just like having that balance. Before, I ain't really give a fuck about having balance. Like, it's just like Baby Mark, Baby Mark, Baby Mark, Baby Mark.
Right.
But like, I wanted to have that like perfect life balance, and I wanted to come out crispy because I've seen what releasing a project and just throwing that bitch out, it don't sit right in my soul.
Yeah.
The response that it gets. So I mean, this is like carefully planned. Everything that I envisioned in my head for it is coming to life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's different. And then musically, it's like, this is different production. I mean, I grew as an artist. I grew as a person. Like, I mean, my last project was 2 years ago. That was 858.
Yeah.
So, and during that time, like, so much shit happened. Like, I couldn't come here and say like, oh yeah, this is the same Baby Mark that you heard last time. It's not. It can't be a pandemic. Like, if I'm just speaking so candidly, like, I've just drinking so much champagne. I've gotten so much pussy. I've been through so many trials and tribulations. It just can't be the same. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
I just hate to say it like that. Sorry, parents, but the kids watching.
Hey, man, it is what it is. You got to experience life in order to continue to create if you're an artist. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're going to get the same thing every time you go into that studio. So you talk about the production. Are the names different? Outside of just the sound, are like the people that you're working with specifically, are those names different? We seeing new
completely
people
different.
Coming.
I mean, I still have a track with Dag. He did the outro, but I want to say, other than that, every person is new.
Damn.
Like, I say I probably have like 4 tracks, maybe probably 3. But it's a producer that I found on the internet. His name Dan Run It Up. He made them 2 tracks that you listen to. I think he made both of those.
Okay.
And then there's, it's a multitude of artists. DDK is who I link with through my 777 fam. That's Ja'Cory. All them.
Yeah.
That's the other head of 777 is a dude named JT, and I think that's his brother. He's a producer, and that's who DDK is.
Okay, that's what's up.
So, the people that I've been connecting with, I've been working with them. You know what I'm saying? So. It's a whole new palette. It's a whole new sound too.
And I'm kind of just bouncing around, but you brought up 777. I want to talk about you guys' affiliation, your connection, because I feel like it's a part of the city that's very underrepresented. Yeah, I mean, y'all get good looks. Like, I'm seeing, people like a DJ Killer Squid doing Pistons games and stuff like that. But talk about that movement, because I feel like it's something there. Like, it's bubbling. The streets of Detroit are here, but I think that is the next wave. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I feel very strongly about it. And I mean, I feel like it's part of what the city needs, because just me personally, I feel like I do music for 14-year-old Mark, who needed somebody to represent him. So I feel like they're the same way as far as how I think, but that's how I view it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like them, but there's no representation. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's a lot of artists in the city. It's a lot of RC artists in the city that's like not necessarily like, the typical Detroit sound.
Yeah.
I hate saying that because it's like, I don't want you to think it's not some Detroit shit. It's very much so Detroit. That's the whole point. Yeah. It's very so much Detroit, but it hasn't been as well represented in the past as other sides have. Even though we still did have Big Sean, Finally Famous, that whole era.
Yeah.
But
I feel like he probably just like he's the latest, but it's been so many gaps in between when you talk about that style. Like, when you go from Big Sean, I mean, before him was maybe Eminem, but he still came from like a gritty street side. And then who else? Dilla and Slum Village, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
on the main.
Our pedigree don't run deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, and I feel like the most important part of their movement, and of course I'm a part of that movement as well. Like, I mean, shit, I be working with the niggas all the time.
For sure.
But that's the whole point. We work together. You know what I'm saying? Like, this whole process of me, say I told you my album been done for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Our philosophies might not always be the same on how we release. Like, they'll be like, nigga, you should just drop that bitch. Like, don't even worry. And then, you know, you could work it out or whatever the fuck. But the whole point is, that whole time, he been staying on my head in a positive way. Like, nigga, where the fuck your album at? Where the fuck your album at? They'll text me like, what do we need to do to get your album out? You know what I'm saying? Like, but me personally, I mean,
you're just taking your time with it.
Yeah.
So, in taking your time, what has been the process? Like, what exactly is taking? I don't want to say taking so long, because I mean it's all in your time. You are the artist, you know what I mean. You working your music, you probably shooting videos, trying to get shit done. So, what has that process been like for you?
I mean, the process, honestly, it's been beautiful. It really has, because like, me personally, I'm a very intricate like artist when it comes to what I want to do. Like, I know exactly how I want some shit to look before it come out. So I wrote out everything. This is before I even discussed this with my brother. So I wrote out everything that I wanted to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? And how these next weeks is looking, I'm gonna do everything that I want to do.
For damn sure.
So that was the most important part to me. Like, I ain't really give a fuck how long it took. And then of course I still have a regular life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I was making millions of dollars off this shit already, but I'm not. So I still have to balance these things. And I mean, shit. Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure, like, I can't be out here rapping about all this crispy shit, and I'm not crispy in real life.
Crispy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole point.
Yeah, that shit
Everything gotta be crispy. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So how many songs on the project? Like I said, I got a chance to listen to 2, and I think that, you know, like a day one Baby Mark fan is probably going to be thoroughly surprised with the balance, like you say, like what you giving them as far as a sound and marrying it with your flow. So how many tracks on the album?
There are 9 tracks, I believe.
9 tracks, short and concise. I like albums like that, honestly, like albums that straight to the point and it's no skips. Like I like albums like that, bro. So
I'm not excited. A skip on that motherfucker at all. I'll tell you
for sure. So we gotta we giving the name for the project. We got a
yeah.
date. Like,
so this is the next installment of 858. It's called 858 VSOP. VSOP is like.
Oh yeah, that's that top show. Come on, man. I drink a little bit.
Yeah. So it's basically like the concept behind it was just 858. That was me turning 21. That's like me actually experiencing what I would call a champagne lifestyle. That's how it flows off the tongue corny, but that's what I mean. Like, that was a metaphor for it. I bottled up my lifestyle into what I would call a champagne. That was 858. Yeah. So that was my first tango little dance with it. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But this, the VSOP, you know what I'm saying? I've been dancing with that motherfucker. Really, that motherfucker dancing with me now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like VSOP is just, like how you said, it's that top shelf. It's the next level of just, you know,
that's hard.
My experience. So yeah.
That's hard. So with 9 tracks, and you saying like this is like you, was it time to find other people to work with on this, like features, or is it just like straight Baby Mark?
I have 1 feature.
Okay.
I have 2 features technically, but I have 1 rapping feature.
Okay, I got you.
When's this drop?
Huh?
This gonna drop after?
Whenever you want.
We dropping this after? I feel like I could actually this off
the week of.
The week of?
The Monday of.
Monday was straight. Anyway, so I have 1 feature. And it's my girlfriend.
Okay.
She rapped on the album. And then I have Steve Jobs. He came on the song. He just talked shit as like an interlude.
Okay.
So those are the only 2 artists that I have featured on it. But no, it's really just me.
That's hard. That's hard, dog. So we talked a lot about like what this album is gonna sound like.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, how many, like, are you shooting a video for every track on the album? Like, visually, how much are you gonna give them visually from this album?
I don't know if I'm gonna shoot every track, to be honest. I'm gonna shoot the best ones, like the most received ones, probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if I do end up shooting all of them, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But more than likely, I'm kind of just gonna keep moving.
Right.
I'm gonna drop the visuals. Because 2 of them are already shot.
Okay.
There's 2 that I really want to shoot. 2. So.
At least 4.
At least 4.
I got you.
It's a 9-track album. I mean, shit, you halfway there.
Yeah, for sure.
So it wouldn't really be shit to shoot all of them, but I got so much that I want to do. Because I mean, we didn't really shoot all the videos from Bouquets and Champagne.
Yeah.
And that's me and Dave, and that's 2 people. That's more clicks.
Yeah.
If I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
We do it for the clicks.
That's for damn sure.
So, I mean, it's just a lot of shit that I plan on doing visually.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a visual year. That's what I'll say. It's gonna be a visual year. So it might not all be 858 VSOP. It's gonna be new shit as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm more than likely all of them, to be honest.
And then not to really move past the album, but it's, you know, with a 9-track album and, you know, being in the studio, I know that you are like a very creative person. It's safe to say that you got way more music in the tuck, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So 2022 is just gonna be like, it took you 2 years to get to this point. So from moving forward, is it gonna be more of like a consistent flow of Baby Mark music, videos, things like that for your for like your supporters and fans to grab a hold to?
Yeah, because honestly, I don't even really plan on dropping another album. Like, that's not like the goal. That's not the goal.
Yeah.
Because I see what it takes to be successful in Detroit. To be honest, we are a visually stimulated city.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be visuals for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
at least for the rest of the year. So I probably got 20 tracks that I haven't even recorded because I make a lot of my own beats too.
Okay.
So I got shit that I just cooked up that I'm waiting to record. Then I have shit that I wrote to other people beats that I'm also waiting to record. So I can really just give niggas 30 easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the goal. I want to materialize everything. Just like I said, I wrote everything out, and just in these next couple weeks, that shit coming.
Yeah.
I want to do the same thing with that because I mean I got all this shit in my head visually that I want to release. So yeah, it's gonna be a visual year.
And then, you know, like with everything I got going on outside of just like the YouTube and the interviews, stuff like that, radio stuff, you already know, man, it's definitely an open door policy when it comes to me, man. I really think
and I most definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely think that you were one of the artists in the city who could who is a little bit overlooked, maybe, to a certain extent. I think
I wouldn't say that.
You don't think that? You don't think
No, I feel like the right amount of people are looking at me because to say I'm overlooked, that means that I'm putting in. Let me rephrase that before
You're
I
putting
even say
effort
it.
to be somewhere.
But I feel like I shouldn't even have to say, "Oh, my music is so good. All these people should be listening to me." No, because I just know that that's not how this shit works. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about money. It's about pay. It's about output. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, if I'm just being my own self-critic, the output isn't there. And if people aren't saying that I'm overlooked, I mean, even though you were just saying that.
Yeah. I mean,
the general consensus isn't that. And like, if a platform posted me and was like, do y'all feel like Baby Mark is the most underrated nigga? You know what I'm saying? A nigga could rightfully say, who the fuck is that?
Right.
Because I haven't hit everywhere where I even want to hit yet. So no, I wouldn't say I'm overlooked. I just feel like I ain't done yet.
You ain't got to.
I really ain't even got started yet.
Right.
You ain't seen shit yet.
Well, that's real. That's growth though, and that's being introspective and knowing. You know what I mean? So I say that because I feel like I know you. I watched the growth. I've seen you continuously work. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I say that because I know you. So, but I understand exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah, I came a long way. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Like, we've done interviews in my apartment on the couch.
Dude, we did an interview in Royal Oak, just sitting there.
Sitting outside. So yeah, for sure. We both definitely came a long way.
Yeah.
We've been a part of each other's journey, and I definitely appreciate you, for always thinking about me, reaching out to the platform, and just showing that love. But I definitely want you to give like social media, YouTube, all that type of stuff, because it could be somebody on here for the first time just seeing you know what I mean? So to go back and do their research and then to get that 858 VSOP, that's going to be like an extra treat. So definitely give them, social media, YouTube, and stuff like that.
So you can follow me on Twitter, Real Baby Mark. Instagram is Baby Mark MI. Google me. I mean, shit, Baby Mark. Look me on YouTube. Stream my music. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely where it's at, man. Them streams gonna be going up. That's for them.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. This gonna be my biggest drop. So, I mean, if you feel I'm overlooked, this gonna change it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
At least a little bit.
Yeah.
Shit, that's what I'm hoping for. But A58 VSOP is coming out February 25th. So,
okay.
Rock with me.
I was just gonna tell you, like, you know, I always give the opportunity to just give your last minute, you know, your last words to anybody who may be viewing this, whether it's a day one supporter or maybe somebody new who just viewing you. Is there anything that you want to say to either one of those people on either end of that spectrum?
Damn, you've been fucking with me since day one? You're insane. That's crazy, and I appreciate you. I really appreciate when people tell me that I used to listen to you when you was a little nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because I go back and I listen to the music, and me personally, I mean, of course, I'll give any artist a chance, but I wouldn't go back and listen to that shit. Like, I wouldn't listen to that. So if you listen to me and you've been listening to me, I mean, of course, I'm talented, but I appreciate that. You a real ass nigga for putting your ears through that, like, before the shit was mixed.
Right,
You feel me? Like, if you've been listening to me since day one, I appreciate everything. And if you've been with me since day 365, I appreciate you too. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit ain't easy. And, like, people sending me little things like, I've been listening to you. Yeah. That will really not fuck my day up, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
Like, damn, this nigga. Somebody told me they've been listening to me since high school. And I'm like, well, shit, I graduated high school about 6-7 years ago. So this nigga said, I've been listening to you since high school. Yeah. That's interesting. You grew up on me. Pretty much. I feel like I ain't even grown yet. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate this shit.
Well, that's what's up, man. Definitely, man. Go look up Baby Mark. You're going to be in for a treat. If you haven't heard any of his music or seen any of his visuals, definitely go look him up. And just like him, I appreciate y'all rocking with the platform. 858 VSOP is on the way. Just keep paying attention. You already know what it is. The homie Uknowcell, Baby Mark. We out.
My God.
You know it.